into the Rakan as well, a lot of power there, but now Showmaker does theoretically have that counter pick option there in the mid lane.
What's he laning against?
That is the question, I guess.
Heavy expectation, but no guarantee, and they're going to take Vladimir for Noguri most likely.
Who's laning into who right now, I guess,
I think
is the question.
Noguri looked fantastic on the Vladimir in Casper Cup, so almost certainly going to be the choice. That's the one SKT fans will remember, the hard carry champion for him, to eliminate SKT from the Casper Cup.
Able to spot whether any wards have gone in very recently, and now he's going to make his way in. Is that seismic shove going to land? It is going to hit onto Life, who tries to get out. It isn't able to quite get in there. We do get the knock-up right on the edge as the last auto isn't there, and no, it's going to be the Ignite, and Hoyt picks up first blood on the bottom side.
Vladimir has plenty of sustain coming up a lot later.
Yep. Phase Rush being picked up by Nuguri as well, so not necessarily the most common, as Peanut turns up in the nick of time and is going to land a lot of damage. The seismic shove is going to at least get him out. Zenith Blade is going to knock down a lot of those little rocks on the ground, but that is not going to be enough for Canyon to survive through it. It will be a trade as Life falls down once again. 1-for-1 probably feels a bit better here for GenG. Canyon as he goes for a little bit of a back, but already had that Runic Echoes completed. So now, once again, it's Peanut's chance, and here's the Wombo combo. I thought there might have been a Rakan there, but I could have also been wrong, Papa.
That's what you do when you have the Leona against Rakan. Just kill the Rakan whenever he walks up. 28, that's when you need to face check and show us the CC bar.
Well, have you coordinated this top lane dive? As QV might be a little bit surprised about this one, as Canyon just steps up. There's a gravity field there, and look at that burst damage. Just amazing, and Noguri picked up the turret aggro, and he's got a Sanguine pool to get out of it.
Feels they know junglers topside, though, and we're going to see an Infernal for Rift Herald trade between the two teams.
Yep, Peanut knows that he's been spotted there as well, as the ward just died, but nothing really going to be done about it, because this Rift Herald will be the trade that's accepted by Damwon. Not a lot that GenG can do about it. So Showmaker here in the mid lane as we check in on the CS. Fly certainly doing a great job there, but
we got what we wanted. We don't need to stay bot lane for an extra minion wave on our AD carry. This play was to guarantee Vlad solo gold. We got it, we get out. Vladimir holds this game in its hands, it feels like. And speaking of Vladimir,
well, he is going to make his way into the mid lane. Are they just going to try and guarantee the outer turret is the question. Gravity field comes in. Now the Wombo comes down, but Hoyt gets out of the way with a really nice battle dance, and all they're going to get is that turret, but they're not going to lose anyone else. Nicely done here from Damwon as Peanut gets seismically shoved back, but otherwise he's okay.
Hungary from a flank is probably going to be a multi-kill, so because of that, GenG have to be pretty on point with how they play this Drake. Notice it's not a Infernal this time, it's Peanut.
Yeah, taking way too much damage there as the Arctic Assault is very late, but they just explode the Vladimir. It was all a bait the entire time. They trade 1-for-1 as Fly does end up going down, but that's not the team fight that Damwon wanted. They wanted to find a whitewash there, and instead they find themselves without their Vladimir.
And in desperation, they use multiple summoners there just to get a kill out of it, because they're so worried that with Noguri dying instantly, this could happen.
He's in so much trouble. QV still does a heck of a lot of damage as the death rate, not quite enough, but the Chaos Storm got him the heck out of that fight, and Peanut has already started off this Drake. Health bars are what we need to be careful of, but Ruler still has a piercing arrow, and we've got 6 seconds on a teleport Vladimir that GenG needs to respect.
So important that they blow up Noguri. Ends up being a 1-for-1, but because of the teleport, that's the last point that we have to note.
Providing that front line that GenG needed.
So let's tell you what you need to look for. So here we go.
Yeah, lands the ult. Peanut trying to demonstrate that for us right away as Chains of Corruption not going to get in there as Canyon does his best to escape, but there was no getting out of that one as QV just plops the Chaos Storm right on top of him.
And the nerf was there and required,
I think
Kindle Gem and changes, but he's got extra pro level. She got extra pro level health, remember, when her passive was nerfed. So I'm actually unsure about the break even on it.
3,000, isn't it?
It looks like we can tell visually. It's about 3150.
Yeah.
So that's cool to know. So I guess Cinderhawk Warmog's probably now the go-to. No Kindle Gem required like there was before.
I think it's about level 11, level 12, and you get those two online.
Yeah, previously you needed kind of a Kindle Gem into a Knight's Vow, but with the extra health per level, getting that confirmation now that you can go back to the old build and for 2 items be a very beefy Sejuani.
And also go in, use that beef, and then come back out again, and then everything's okay. They do get themselves an Infernal Drake. Still able to push this one forward, but the gold is in favor of GenG. Can Damwon find the fights that they're looking for? They're looking for it now as in goes the quickness. Grand entrance there, but Ruler does have the flash to get him out. The weave as well. The Vanguard's edge. Massive damage coming in from Fly, but Life is getting taken down. The Vladimir is still gigantic, and the Aurelia is going to fall. Crimson Rush not there, but the Chaos Storm is going to fall down. It's a 1-for-1. Another Grand entrance, but Hoyt has to get himself out of there. So brittle.
Damwon continues to fight because TP is still up on the Vladimir. Wanted to bait GenG and continue to play this out onto Ruler, so no fear beyond death. And while they start the advance here, there's no further capitalization, and Ruler can't get too many autos into the fight.
And Showmaker's disdain actually just pulled the Aurelia away from Hoyt so that she didn't have time. It's about as free as it can get. Damwon looking so clean with their macro play all series long. That was our question for them when we started this. It's continuing to look good as they want to blow up the Vladimir yet again, but he gets the Sanguine pull-up. Hoyt able to stop the Leona from being able to further CC the Vladimir. They managed to pick him up before he can get out of there again. Of course, Leona not so good at doing that, and already Showmaker makes his way to the mid lane.
They just don't have the burst damage to kill him, even though his pull was late. It didn't matter. That means they lose out in every single way. Showmaker gets most of the inner turret. Bot lane inhibitor turret goes down, and GenG, they're on the ropes.
Yeah, this Nexus, only a couple of turrets there, but Noguri, he's just going to get rid of the champions underneath his Ruler. See you later, mate. You are not going to survive that Hemo Plague as two members die in the blink of an eye. Fly looking on in horror from the relative safety of his fountain, but how much safety actually is that? As Life turns up, wonders why everyone is dead. You're going to have to go home. It's a 2-0 for Damwon Gaming in their debut game at the LCK.
What a statement to be made by the new challenger team, now LCK rookies, a 2-0 over the runners-up of the Kesper Cup in GenG. A fitting answer to the question of, okay, Damwon were 3-0'd by Griffin, GenG 3-0'd by Griffin. Which of the teams is stronger? Triumphantly today, we can say Damwon Gaming. Noguri has this Vladimir that he's had up the pocket. It worked against SKT, it works against GenG, and when the clock strikes Vladimir, Damwon Gaming take down GenG and show us they will not just be Scrim Gods, they have something to show in LCK Spring 2019.
Yeah, Scrim Gods, Solo Queue Gods, and now, in their first game, undefeated so far. Noguri, all of that hype, but still able to deliver a well-deserved bow for Damwon. The same damage graph.
Are too good. Damwon is the second. The new generation is here, and it proved far too good for the side of GenG.